Welcome, beloved Awakened One. I'm Monica Bermudez, and this is the podcast of the Ascended Earth, the transfiguration of the new you, the new human. We are an ever-evolving human, learning, growing, expanding, and upgrading. What you are and always will be is a divine, cosmic galactic source from source, more than you can imagine. But not all of us are living to our fullest potential. It is time to embrace what you are and unlock your magical keys and spiritual gifts. This podcast is a transmission of energy codes meant to unlock other dormant DNAs to remember, reconnect, revive, and renew you to the new human, the avatar that you are. This is the transfiguration of the new you. Hello, beloved Awakened One. I'm Monica Bermudez. In this episode, let's talk about the avatars, the cosmic avatars. They are among us, and they are for sure. And just the mere mention of them for this initial beginning of this episode, we are already receiving their presence with us. So I want to talk about what I mean by avatar and kind of also talk about the cosmic masters as well. I know there's many terms used and they are, correlated. And there's also the term of ascended master, which is, similar to like the cosmic masters. And when we speak of these ascended, or cosmic masters, we're speaking of those who have gained the mastery of the laws of the universe and understand those laws. And they're able to balance, let's just say naturally, because they're filled with so much light and so much of this cosmic energy. And so they're able to easily balance those energies of the lower frequencies and the higher frequencies and able to transmute it a lot faster. And so, some of the examples of cosmic masters are the Ascended Master, Saint Germain, Cosmic Master Jesus or Yeshua, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, Joan of Arc, and they have been a big pivotal part of my life growing up as well. And I have a very strong connection with each and every one of them. So when we speak of avatar, it is, I would say, a next level of like this embodiment of one who is one with the universal laws and source, divinity, the all, and they possess this diamond-like photonic bodies that are luminous. And when I see them through my inner eye, they look very luminous and very bright. So it is this whole new form of being. And they're not entirely, they're not in the physical body, I would say, for the most part. However, they could temporarily go into physical body to just, as they demonstrate or show themselves to us. And we, however, have a very strong potential, even being in this human body, to be the embodiment of these masters, to be living human flesh, to say, of avatar equivalent. Because we are with such unprecedented form of energy for this awakening and this ascension. And I'm talking about like real magic here, where we can shift our DNA, and I'm talking about physical DNA as well, and really embody this mastery. And how that is, that mastery, of course, is not an easy way because as being humans, when we're carrying a lot of these old energies and these old patterns that just have this lower frequency of energy in us and constantly, bringing up some worry or challenge or fear in things, it could feel very heavy in us. Or if we're still in a relationship that's been dead for a long time, but just been so toxic because it feels like there is no other choice, then that can also bring in this heaviness in us that could make us feel like we're not there. But we are, because we're fully equipped within ourselves, within our own divinity of our own soul, to transmute even past this whole human physical form that we are. And I firmly believe that in each and every one of us. Each of us listening to this, you have the potential to gain that mastery. And that is the part of being human, that you're also becoming more of a master yourself. So believe it or not, you did volunteer to be here right now during this time of this great awakening, this great ascension, and this great change that we're going through, that we're all witnessing in the collective, that appears to be a bit chaotic. But believe me, there is some divine order behind all of the chaos, behind the scenes. So things are just being unraveled. And so they will appear as being chaotic because they need to be unraveled. They need to appear. They need to show themselves so that others know that this has been there for a while and it was just time for it to be released, to be transmuted in order for us to move into our next evolution of being those supernatural human beings. That is the avatar state that we are fully capable of being. But as you live, these human life experiences that you also chose to be here right now to experience different life, different form, different situations, that we are all playing a role. And even those who are around you are playing a role, whether they're conscious or unconscious of this. And all of that is to teach you, because you're also learning from yourself through your own fears. Fears are a teacher. And that is, the part of being human is to have that awareness and to know. In the moment that you're able to transcend from that fear, that you're able to transmute from ease and grace, from love and fear, you gain that mastery, that balance. And it's all a matter of just starting with that awareness as well. The conscious awareness combined with the will is a very powerful force of also your own mastery and attaining your own avatar state. Some of these universal laws, for example, the karmic cycles. So understanding that this is just a form of lessons and learning, you don't have to keep suffering. If you already are aware, already know, or have learned from that cycle or that situation, you don't have to keep being in a certain situation. It is up to you to move on to the next level. And once you complete that cycle of lessons from that karmic cycle, and I'm talking about the traumatic and painful ones, because we also have like karmas that are good, let's just say, that are, have been rewarding from, past deeds that where you've done some great service to the community and that they do also show up in this lifetime. And karma is actually just a neutral state. It's more just like lessons, basically just the balance within ourselves. And that is also being a master, a cosmic master of that understanding. And being in that avatar state, you're more in this diamond-like photonic bodies that are able to transmute and rebalance at a very accelerated level with ease and grace. And that magically realigns any challenge that may present itself and bring it into this fluid, easy state. So one of my favorite children's shows, I don't know if any of you have heard of it, is called The Last Airbender. And it's about the journey of it's about these different nations, right, of the elements, fire, air, water, and earth. And there is this one reincarnated avatar who can use all the elements, fire, air, water, and earth. And so when they are in their own avatar state, they're masters of all those elements. And so in this show was this last airbender who was the avatar and had resurfaced, who had been lost for like 100 years. It's a children's story. It's such a beautiful story. It's very symbolical. There's a lot of symbolism behind it. And it was all about him trusting and mastering himself and everything that he was going through. And a lot of that is actually us. We're setting ourselves up to be the avatars. And that is why we also volunteered to be here right now during this time, knowing at a soul level, in a soul contract agreement, that this was going to occur, that is of this great ascension and this great awakening of the planet Earth. And with that awakening, with the planet itself, she would also bring us with her. And as she is, beginning to just say break free from her own shackles of these lower frequencies of density of energies, because the stars, and going back to some of the astrology and the movement of the stars, have started realigning themselves in a certain way that is also bringing in these new encodements and these new frequencies of energies, and also bringing in, opening up new portals of energies. That is like this floodgates of energy codes being poured onto Earth. And there is an equal exchange of this energy with one another amongst the other stars. And so that is what is also purging a lot of the old in the process. So like one of the analogies that I use is like if you had a glass of water that is filled with mud, and the moment that you start to pour in a lot of water into that glass that is filled with that mud water, and you keep filling it with this pure crystalline water. So eventually what gets transmuted or gets purged out is the mud. Because if you leave it on for like a very long time, it eventually turns into its own pure crystalline water of energy in the glass and it's overflowing. and all the mud eventually starts to dissipate or leave, disintegrate. You pour out of there, right? That's what it is, the purging right now that's going on the earth. So you can think of like the water that is pouring in this glad as being these new light coats that are pouring into earth. And it is bringing up a lot of dirt, a lot of mud, a lot of, patterns in example, the analogy of things that just been buried there for so long, like the trauma and the pains of certain wars, for example, the loss, the grief, the cycle, the never ending cycle of just pain and suffering. And that just needs to stop now because we are meant for so much more. And I'm just here, and all of the cosmic avatars and all of us want to remind you of the eternal soul that you are and the most powerful one in that way. Because you are fully equipped to be an avatar and much more. You're fully equipped to break free from any pattern that may be holding you back, any sabotaging energies related to trauma, related to grief. So this is all a reminder and an upliftment of you. So it is important to be in this continuous state of reminder and gratitude. And also be honored that you are here right now. That whatever the situation you're going through, you have the power and the strength to shift it, to change it, and to redirect your new reality. So that is the message from the cosmic avatars that I wish to now share with you. It's a reminder. And it is also a reconnection with yourself, with your own soul, which is all in relation to your divinity, that you are this powerful source of co-creation with God. And God is the universal source of all divinity, the God of your own heart and soul. And to be in an avatar state is having that eternal connection with divine source within your heart. So if you're looking to connect with other cosmic avatars, the way to connect is through the heart, and it is the same way that you will connect to your own higher self and your own divine source of God. The God source that you are within, and that gateway is your own heart, your divine heart, your cosmic heart. I am sending you so much love, and I look forward to connecting with you in the next episode.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like, save, and share with others so they can also experience what you just experienced. And stay tuned for some more high vibe episodes. And I'll be connecting with you in the next quantum field. Sending you so much love.